A new ruling allows women who have high levels of testosterone to continue to compete against other women in athletic events. To give you some more information about this, it involves a runner by the name of Dutee Chand, and the Court of Arbitration for Sport ruled today that she, a 19-year-old Indian sprinter, could continue to race despite her higher than normal levels of testosterone. So this is in India, and there are a significant amount of women, actually, that suffer from a condition that makes their testosterone levels higher than the average woman, okay? And according to reports, it could have some impact on how you perform. It could give you a little bit of a competitive edge. So for a very long time, female athletes had to undergo so-called gender testing to make sure that they weren't too masculine to compete in athletics.
It still happens. So in this case, they're finally saying, hey, if you've got naturally occurring testosterone that's at higher levels, are we not merciful? We're going to let you go. We're going to pardon you, okay? Because they're not cheating, it's naturally occurring, and they're not males, right? But as recently as the 2012 London Olympics, 4 women were forced to have their internal testes removed in order to compete. Now, they were genetically female, but they had male sex organs. Okay. Crazy. And they were all competing. Isn't that also amazing? There's 4 of them in one Olympics, and they had to have their internal testes removed.
So, look, if they genuinely wanted to undergo that procedure, great. But it's mind-boggling to me that anyone would go through something so invasive just to compete. I mean, I'm not an athletic person, so of course I'm not in that world, and that's part of the reason why I don't understand. But if someone told me while I was playing softball in high school, hey, Anna, like, your boobs are getting in the way, like, maybe reduce them a little bit, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, I hear you. And look, it's a super interesting question. We give credit to Ronnie Lott a lot of times, us knucklehead guys, because he had a part of his finger removed so he can play in the next game of the playoffs. And we're like, that's a man, right? Now, I would argue that having your internal testes removed is a whole different level, okay? And now most of us don't have internal testes, so it's not much of an issue, but it certainly was for those 4 women. Another case, Olympic runner Caster Semenya was had both male and female sex organs, and she had to take hormones to supplement her androgen levels. So look, part of the problem here is that we know too much. Like we are so scientifically advanced now. Like in the old days, for the women that we're talking about in the beginning, she's that with a high level of testosterone, she might have that because of an imbalance in her body. Right. We wouldn't have known any of that. We just would have been like, oh, she's good at running.
How do we know? Like, I think that's the amazing thing. How do we even know that their testosterone levels are?
Because they're testing them nonstop because they're trying to see if they're taking testosterone.
Ah, I see.
Right?
That makes sense.
Because they're the people cheating, and that's also because of scientific advancement.
Okay, so I don't begrudge them for wanting to do the testing, but for anyone who's watching this who might think, well, that's not fair. If they have higher levels of testosterone, then they have that competitive edge. Well, the same could be said about someone who's playing in the NBA and is 7 foot tall, right? It's first of all something that they can't help. It's just how they're naturally built. And yeah, they have a competitive edge, but that doesn't mean that you should ban them from the sport because they're too tall. That's like going to a runner and saying, but you're too fast.
I know, but that's exactly my point. That used to be called sad day for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, she's faster than you. She's faster than you because she happens to have a higher level of testosterone. Somebody else could be faster than you for a different reason. Well, that's not fair. Her fast twitch muscles are better than mine. I know, right? Well, that's why she won the race. So now, look, there's a part of me that's a knucklehead here, and I'm like, men are better. So that's the one with testosterone. I got a lot of testosterone. It smoked me in a race, right? Doesn't matter how much testosterone I have. So, like, I know you secretly don't want men to pretend they're women and go and win the women's events. Yes, men do have an advantage overall in speed, strength, etc., right? But you're going too far. These are not women trying to pretend to be men. They're not taking extra testosterone. If they were cheating like that, they were on your side.
Right.
Here, not only for the women in this case, but I wouldn't have had the other women remove their internal testes and remove body parts. That's how they were born. But they're women. Let them compete.
I give those women so much respect and credit because they love to compete. Like
Yeah.
to undergo something like that, that's the point that I was trying to make. Like to undergo something that invasive because you love the sport that much is incredible to me.
Yeah, I'm a super competitive dude, but I wouldn't let you touch my testes.
Don't worry, no one wants to touch your testes.